Hi, my name is Rachel, and I'm here to talk with you today about why you should consider volunteering abroad in Nepal with RCDP. RCDP is an amazing organization, and Nepal is a truly unique country. You probably know that Nepal is home to the infamous Himalayan mountains and Mount Everest, so that already makes it a place where you want to go if you love trekking or are a nature lover. But you might not know how culturally diverse Nepal is. It has a lot to offer and to teach people from the outside, and there are these amazing temples and monasteries, and just the whole feel of the country is very serene, very authentic. And the population, most people who are living in Nepal live in poverty, so there's a really big need for international volunteers as well. RCDP offers 6 different volunteer programs in Nepal, all are which unique in their own way and offer something different to every person. But I'd like to go through those volunteer opportunities with you right now, and then I'm going to create a following video that's going to talk a little bit more about logistics and why you should choose to volunteer abroad with RCDP. Okay, so the first opportunity I want to tell you about is working with children in orphanages in Nepal. So sadly, each year, hundreds of children are forced to leave their homes in Nepal due to poverty and trying to support themselves and their families. And Nepal does have orphanages, but they have very limited resources and they don't have a lot of staff. So they can support these children, but there's only so much they can do, and there's just too many orphans sometimes for them to be able to adequately provide care. So when you go and you help support orphan staff and orphan children, it really makes a big difference, and you can immediately see the positive impact you're having on the community. You can teach these children skills that will help get them out of poverty and help them see ways they can work toward a brighter future. So it's a truly rewarding program. You could also teach English in Nepal to local school children, and this is another really fun program to be involved in Nepal. When you work with RCDP and you teach children English, you are giving them skills that they can teach other people, and then they can also help get their families out of poverty by getting better jobs. Another way you could volunteer in Nepal is by teaching English to Buddhist monks, and this is a really unique opportunity to experience the Buddhist culture firsthand. I don't know if you know this, but there are a large number of exiled Tibetans living in Nepal who are now free to practice their religion, and as English becomes a more common language and tourism is on the rise in Nepal, it's important that these monks can share people about their culture and their history and teach their important messages. So you could also teach English to Buddhist monks, and you do generally work with children in that program as well. There are opportunities for environmental conservation in Nepal. You mostly work with tree seedlings and planting when you work in this program, but it's really rewarding because you get to work with local people and teach them. You do a lot of outreach, and people in Nepal, they don't necessarily have the information. They don't realize that their actions can have direct effects on the environment and why it's important to conserve our environment. So when you work in this program, you also have this really direct impact by working with local people. And you can set a really good example through both your words and doing outreach and your actions by physically helping care for trees and give trees to people for reforestation. Another volunteer project in Nepal that a lot of people really enjoy is the healthcare project. And this healthcare project is truly amazing because a lot of people in Nepal don't have access to basic medical services that oftentimes I feel like we in the Western world take advantage of. So when you work in this program, you get to provide direct care to people who may normally not receive it. And that's huge. We also have the option to participate in a photojournalism project, and this is another kind of unique program in that you're working with a mentor from a local newspaper to try and document life in Nepal and help promote the local tourism industry. So those are just the 6 best programs that RCDP offers, and in the next video I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the logistics of volunteering with RCDP in Nepal and why it's the best choice for you.